Sekou, real estate is so hard. I don't know what to do every day.
Why?
Do I
Cry
really
me a river.
take my calls? Do I really have to post content? Well, do you want business? I mean, so we were talking about this yesterday. This is what inspired me to make this today.
You really rocked it the other day, man, when you were talking about it, bro.
Because, you know, we always try to make things difficult. So here's what I was talking about yesterday. Here's what we were talking about in your group. And, you know, just because you were talking, it inspired me in this thought too. You know, so many times we are looking for that shiny object. So many times we're looking for that one thing. Hey, Sekou is dancing. Y'all should see him behind the scenes before we get started. Yeah. but you know, it's funny to me because so many times it's like, oh, these leads aren't working, so I'm going to buy another lead. I'm going to buy another lead source. And all of a sudden you're 6 lead sources in, and instead of looking at the actions that are being taken, we buy another lead source. We buy another place. And you know, at what point do we say, I am not making the right steps, right? It's me not making my calls, not shooting my content, not building my brand enough. It's for these leads to convert, right? So breaking it down to a simple thing, if you make your calls, like Sekou can talk about every single day, you make your piece of content, whether it's a piece of video or even just posting content every single day, and then you go on to your appointments, you'll get more business.
Dude, let's do some math really quickly. Really quickly. Let's just do some math. How much does a Zillow Premier agent pay for leads? I mean, a minimum $1,000, $1,100.
Right.
If you're a flex agent or this or that, the other thing, you're spending thousands of dollars for a lead. On average, it takes that lead from Zillow 90 days to make a decision.
Right.
On a property. So you're spending that same $1,000 for at least 3 months. So that's $3,000, maybe more, whoever you are, you know, depending on how many different areas you're covering in order to get that. So let's just say it's a minimum of $3,000 per lead, not per transaction.
Per lead.
Right. So per lead and lead source and things like that. And so what winds up happening is when those agents are buying more lead sources,
right?
They're sort of buying more doubt, so to speak. I'm spending thousands of dollars. I'm spending thousands of dollars that should be returning some sort of investment return to me.
Right.
But I'm not putting in I'm not investing any of the time that it takes,
right,
in order to develop these leads. So the cycle, it's like a vicious cycle, right? That's what they call it, right? That cycle just keeps getting repeated over and over again. When all they have to do, and I mean, I'm not going to steal any thunder here, but I'm going to call this the creme CCC.
Ooh.
I'm going to call this the creme de la creme, right?
What do you got for me? You're already branding it, and I love it. I don't know what it is yet.
Let's go. It's content calls conversion.
Ooh.
That's it. Content calls conversion. If the conversion is the appointment, you're going to take it from a connection to an appointment. If the conversion is the appointment to a contract, if the conversion is contract to an offer.
Content calls conversion contracts. Boom.
There you go, man.
That's it. That's every day.
So, dude, it's hard. You know, when I'm at a loss for words, that's big, right?
Blake says we're the dynamic duo. This is a first for me.
So you were on the call the other night, and we were talking. What you didn't get to see is the next day and evening of conversation.
Yeah,
there were agents that were like smacking themselves in the head. They were like, "Damn, he makes it seem so simple." And I gotta be honest with you, man, Nick. It's just a really simple formula that we way overcomplicate.
Yeah,
content calls conversion.
Yeah,
that's it. Any way you play it, it's gonna rock and roll.
It really is. It's like for everybody out there, it's just like the beginning of your days, it's just like a general formula. You know why it's not always done, and you know why most people don't. You know why I wasn't doing it so simply before? Because it's not sexy. It's not cool.
Yeah,
It's not cool to say, how do you grow your business? Oh, I make calls and I shoot videos. That doesn't sound cool. Oh, I have this elaborate funnel that's running all these schemes on the back end that's doing all these things. And, I'm putting X amount and getting X amount. Yeah, that might sound cool. But at the end of the day, the guy who's just making his calls every day, that's shooting his videos and creating content is going to beat you.
Dude. And
consistently every single day.
Dude, people talk about, oh, well, say you're so calm when you're doing your scripting, and when you're talking, you're getting objections, you're so calm, this isn't that. It's because I do it every day. It's because and so you create enough content.
What's up, CJ?
What up? Oh, I got a CJ in the house. I got a CJ over here too. Right. So you're connecting with enough people. Here's the reality behind this math equation. You connect with enough people, and somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah, that shit that you said made sense.
Right.
No matter what you say, you connect with enough people, and the content that you've created is going to resonate with somebody.
And I want to
connect with enough people, and you convert. That's it.
I want to be very, it just spawned this idea. I want to be very specific when I'm talking about content right now, because now more than ever, there is fear and there is a lot of doubt in the consumer's mind and the seller's mind specifically, right? Not only did we just go through this pandemic, not only did we just go through quarantine, not only is there crazy shit happening every day and the news is filled with all this crazy stuff happening. Now you have agents and you have people saying, what's happening in the market? There's no sellers, there's no home, there's no inventory. And now their feed is getting flooded with more confusion, with more doubt, and with more fear, right? So with our content, let's put our consumers' minds at ease, because I'll tell you what, with how crazy I've seen some posts and people are making it seem, people are still selling homes. People are still finding homes. People are still going through the market. So like right now, instead of focusing on the negative, what's happening, let's focus on the positive. Let's be that positive light. That's one of our mission statements.
Well, that's not sexy, Nick. Yeah. That's not sexy. You mean to tell me I've got to actually like the stuff that's going on? I got to actually benefit from this? I can't complain about shit happening?
Right.
Come on. My whole identity is around how much
our content is instilling fear, confusion, and doubt in our audience, and we are doing something wrong. Our content should give our consumers clarity and an understanding and feel at ease with what's going on in the market, no matter what the market is. And this isn't any market that I'm talking about. This is not just the current one, even though right now in the current one, I'm seeing more negative out there than positive. But in any marketplace, the content's message does not shift. We are letting them know we are an expert. We are letting them know we can get the job done. And we are letting them know that real estate is still happening. Right. If that is not what's happening with our content, then we are doing something wrong.
You're doomed. Listen, how many people do we know like this? Oh my God, it's the middle of summer. It's 115 degrees outside. It's so freaking hot. I cannot wait for the winter when I can wear my sweaters outside and it's a little chilly and it's more comfortable. And then, the middle of January is then it's like, oh my God, it's so freaking cold. There's so much snow. Yeah. What up, Omale? There's so much snow. I wish it was summertime. I wish it was warm. Then I could wear my shorts. There's this thing where most of our identity is wrapped up in the complaint department. It is not wrapped up in the roll your sleeves up and let's do something about it department. Right. And so I want to be really, really clear about this. We're complaining about the market because there's not enough inventory right now.
Yeah.
When we were complaining about the market before because there was too much inventory.
Like when can we just be okay with what the market is and accept the market for what it is and instill that sense of assurance in our clients that no matter what the market is, I'm the expert to get you across the finish line. Right. And on top of that too, man, I'll tell you what, shout out to Jen Catalinato. I'm pretty sure I got your name right. But Jen shot an amazing video saying, like, discussing what she sees that's happening in the market, what she's hearing, but the actuality of it. She's like, hey, the inventory might be low, but that's because there's some homes that are getting sold before they even hit the MLS, that are getting sold before they hit the market. And you have to have an expert agent with the right connections that can get you into these homes before they hit there. So yes, you might see inventory low, but with the right agent, we can still get there. And I thought that was genius the way she worded it, because she not only made sense of the market and brought clarity, but also assured her audience that I'm the expert to help you. Right.
Well, so, check this out. Check this out. So what you've just said, I'm about to call it at 12:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. April 1st, April Fool's Day. I'm about to call it. It is not a super seller's market. It is not a buyer's market. What we have, ladies and gentlemen, is the perfect market. It is a broker's market.
Ooh.
It is one where brokering the deal is the most important, where the relationships are the most important. The communication between professionals is the most important. The integrity between your teams are the most important. Everything that's going on right now is the way things should be. That there's a level of trust and understanding with professionals. And if you are an agent out there and you are not being a professional, but you are being a complainer, or you're being this hider, or somehow or another you're being a hater for the market, for the state that it's in, up or down, left or right, then no, you're right. This is not your market. The market is terrible because this is a broker's market. This is an agent's market. This is a deal doing market. We should be negotiating. We should be practicing every single day the idea that we don't know what's going to happen. Why don't we find out?
Man, so here's a piece of content right here. I told you, what was it, 2 days ago? It's hot. I was like, hey, throw an idea at me and I'm going to come up with a video. So here's one that I would shoot right now. What you just talked about, it's an agent's market. It's about the relationships the agents have. It's about who you work with as an agent that will get you in the door right now. We can say it's a buyers or sellers, but in reality, it is an agent's market. And going into the fact that when you work with an expert agent, when you work with someone who has the relationships, when you work with somebody who has, even if it's not your relationships, look, leverage the team that you're with, leverage them. There's somebody within your team. There's somebody that you can say, our team has been in the business for 20 years. So we have relationships with agents. It is an agent market. And now you take the confusion out, because right now people are confused. Guess what? Confused people don't take actions. Confused people do not buy. Confused people do not sell. They do not take action. And right now, there's so much confusion that's going out there. Be that light. Be that beacon that is telling them, here's what it is. Here's how I can help you. And this is how I've done it for somebody else just like you.
Dude, we talk. I know we're not supposed to give too much away, Nick. But we're going to give some more away. This concept is how I run my business. I run my business with the ABCs. No, it's not always be closing the way that everyone always talks about. Always be closing. I am always closing. That is the way I talk, right? That's my mindset. But I run my business with the new ABCs. A, attunement. B, buoyancy. And C, clarity.
All right.
Attunement.
Get in depth.
How well do you connect with your clients, customers, and prospects? How well are you listening to their needs? How well are you listening to their fears, their concerns? How well are you showing up for them and delivering more service than they could ever pay for? Right? Buoyancy. The market is going to do this. How well do you stay afloat when the market shifts? How desperate are you? If you're a desperate agent, is that somebody I want working for me or with me? Or is that somebody I want to move the furthest away from as possible?
I know what you're about to say. Move the furthest.
Right?
Right.
So, and then C, clarity. What you're talking about, there's so much confusion out there. There's so much going on out there. There's the internet is free for everyone, right? And so just like it's free for everyone, the opinions that are stated are not necessarily built on any facts or anything that's grounded in reality, right? I mean, no disrespect out there for any of you flat earthers, but, you know,
come on.
It's a fact for some of y'all out there. And so you can't rely on that. You have to curate the information that your people see. You have to be there for them so that when they are bouncing information, when they're seeking information, that the clarity that you lend them is based on fact, is based on experience, it's based on, even if it's not yours.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Nick, I'm trying to get somebody's viewership up. I'm trying to get somebody's attention up. Right. And I'm not going to answer them. I'm going to say, oh, you want to know what I did? And then I'm going to lend them my resources. I'm going to say, you need to talk to Nick Krem. He's the content master.
You need to get your calling up. You need to get better scripting. You need to work with somebody that's going to get you accountable. Go to say, oh, I got it right the first time. Go to Sekou. Right. Yeah, but here's what I know. The initial thing that I'll see people say is, oh, well, but like this is what everybody else is posting. This is what all these other agents are doing. I'm doing what other people are doing. Y'all heard of differentiation? Yeah. The differentiation is everybody else is telling you this, but this agent is speaking clear. This agent is saying that it can happen. This agent is saying, and here's the thing. It's not just the clarity. When you speak with clarity, you are also very certain. Clarity brings certainty, right? So when I speak with certainty, people will believe me over the person that's spewing this negative things about the market. But when I speak with certainty, that's when they're like, wow, but this agent's telling me that, hey, it's an agent's market. It's the relationships they have. They can get me into place. And when you can do that, all these people who are on the fence right now, guess what? They go on the Facebook and they're seeing reasons why they should hop off the fence in the wrong direction. Let's give them a reason to hop off the fence in your direction, because we're speaking with clarity and we're speaking with certainty about exactly what is going on and how you can help them.
Dude, I had a comment. I was on a live last night. Was it last night? Wow. Last night. Yeah. Very, very good friend of mine runs an investment workshop. Shout out to Haru, the Insider Circle. And he was on there and he was talking about real estate as an investment source. And he was talking to a couple from Brooklyn that moved down to the Carolinas, and they had the nightmare deal. The one that everybody always talks about, the one that they make movies about. Right. The nightmare deal. Like everything that could possibly be nightmarish about that deal happened to them.
Right.
I mean, down to 1.5 feet of water in the house. Right. The day before closing. Right. And so the advice that they were like, I don't know how I could have done this differently and this and that. Right. And the advice that was given is you have a strong team. If you have a strong team, what happens is that, one person solo, you're asked out. You're not going to win. 2 people, you might miss some corners, but 3 people is a community, and you support each other, and you grow together, etc. And when you put your team together and everyone is working in concert to get this done, your life is great, right? So I say that story to say this, right? When I was talking to them, I was like, well, it's interesting. Most of what happened to you happened because everyone involved was desperate for their own pocket. Right. And they were like, what do you mean by that? I was like, there's no way in hell an agent that is confident and certain about their business is going to risk their license by not just telling you what's going on. And if the agent is clear and certain, your deal is clear and certain, and all of your people are clear and certain. So Nikki, when I recommend you for folks, right? When I say you need to talk to Nick, I possess you. I say, this is my marketing. This is my content guy. This is my go-to guy. If I have a question like this, he's mine. I'm going to lend you my belief in him. I'm going to invest my belief in him, and I'm going to lend it to you and see what you do with that. And the check-in on that, because I know and trust you, and you move through this world with your absolute certainty, and you have ABCs going on, and you connect with do you know the single thing that you've said to me that tells me that I can trust you with this? Everybody out there, take notes. This is the most powerful thing that Nick has ever said to me that lets me know that I can trust them, that I can grow with
I'm
them.
leaning in for this one. I don't know this one. Yeah.
Take notes. Write this down, guys. He said no. He said, listen, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. He was like, no, can't do that right now. I'm doing other things. I'll put you in the schedule.
It wasn't in my quarterly strategy.
It's not in my quarterly strategy.
Yep.
The man said to me with integrity, I cannot focus on that. Got to finish these things. I was like, nah, nah, nah. Right. And so what Nick is saying, what I am saying, what we are saying is that if you want to grow a really big business, if you want to really grow a big business, number one is have your systems in place, and know with certainty, that if you're just positive and run your systems right, you can tell people the truth. You can stay in integrity. And sometimes that means passing them on to someone else. Sometimes that means putting them on a slower burner than the fast burner that you have right there. Everything is there. If you just crack open Sekou Creme, I'll tell you right now, you're going to grow a lot of business. Your problem will be how you manage the business after that.
That's exactly what I was going to say, guys. Go check out Sekou Creme. We got all the tips, strategies, and I'll tell you what, just the actionable items you need to do every single day in order to grow your business. Go ahead, check out Sekou Creme. Sekou, always a pleasure, brother.
Champ.
Peace.